My beloved children, today I come to you with a special message, one that is meant to touch your heart and soul. In this video, we will explore the power of faith as your greatest defense, where you'll find words of love, hope, and strength to face any challenge that comes your way. Have you ever wondered how you can find peace in the midst of life's storms, or how you can feel my presence in moments of loneliness? Today, we will discover these answers together. If you feel this connection and want to strengthen your faith, write in the comments, "I trust in you." Let's spread this message of love and hope together as a community. My dear ones, faith is not just a concept or a fleeting emotion. It is a powerful shield, a fortress that protects you from the arrows of doubt, fear, and despair. As I spoke through Paul in his letter to the Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 16, in addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Think about that for a moment. Your faith is not just a passive belief, but an active defense against all that seeks to harm you spiritually and emotionally. It's a shield that you can raise high, standing firm in the face of adversity. But what does it mean to have faith as your greatest defense? Let me explain it to you, my children, in a way that will resonate in your hearts. Imagine you're standing in a vast field. The sky above you is dark with storm clouds, and you can hear the rumble of thunder in the distance. This storm represents all the challenges, doubts, and fears that you face in life. You might feel small and vulnerable in the face of such a powerful force. But then you remember my words. You remember the promises I've made to you. You recall how I've been faithful to you in the past. As you do this, something miraculous happens. A warm, golden light begins to emanate from within you. This light grows stronger and stronger until it forms a protective bubble around you. This, my beloved, is your faith. It's not something external, but something that comes from within you, fueled by your trust in me and my word. As the storm rages on, the rain and wind beat against this shield of faith, but they cannot penetrate it. You stand firm, protected by the very power of your belief. This is what I mean when I say your faith is your greatest defense. It's not just about believing that I exist, but about trusting in my love, my power, and my promises to you. It's about holding on to hope when everything seems hopeless, and finding strength in me when you feel weak. Let me remind you of the words I spoke through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This is not just a beautiful saying, my children. It's a promise that I am always with you, ready to strengthen and uphold you. But how do you build this faith? How do you make it strong enough to be your defense against all of life's challenges? Let me share with you some ways to nurture and strengthen your faith. First, immerse yourself in my word. The Bible is not just a book, it's a living, breathing testament to my love for you. As you read it, you're not just gaining knowledge, but you're connecting with me on a deep personal level. Make it a habit to read my word daily, even if it's just a few verses. Let it sink into your heart and mind, becoming a part of who you are. Second, pray continually. Prayer is not just about asking for things, it's about building a relationship with me. Talk to me throughout your day, not just in formal prayer times. Share your joys, your sorrows, your fears, and your dreams with me. I am always listening, always ready to comfort and guide you. Third, surround yourself with a community of believers. Faith grows stronger when it's shared. As I said in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verses 24 to 25, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." When you gather with other believers, you strengthen each other's faith, creating a powerful network of support and ease. Fourth, practice gratitude. Take time each day to thank me for my blessings in your life. Gratitude opens your eyes to my presence and goodness, even in difficult times. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, strengthening your faith in my provision and care. Fifth, step out in faith. Faith grows when it's put into action. Look for opportunities to trust me in your daily life. It might be as simple as praying for a stranger or as challenging as forgiving someone who has hurt you deeply. Each time you act on your faith, it grows stronger. Remember the story of Peter walking on water? You can find it in the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verses 28 to 31. Peter had the courage to step out of the boat and walk on the water towards me. As long as he kept his eyes on me, he was able to do the impossible. It was only when he looked at the waves and doubted that he began to sink. This story teaches us an important lesson about faith. Your faith is strongest when your focus is on me, not on the storms of life. When you feel overwhelmed by your circumstances, shift your gaze back to me. Remember who I am, the creator of the universe, the one who loves you unconditionally, the one who has promised never to leave you or forsake you. Let me tell you about another man of faith, Daniel. Daniel lived in a foreign land, surrounded by people who did not share his beliefs. Yet he remained faithful to me, even when it put his life in danger. In the book of Daniel, chapter 6, we read about how Daniel was thrown into a den of lions because he refused to stop praying to me. Can you imagine the faith it took for Daniel to face those lions? He could have easily compromised his beliefs to save his life, but he chose to trust in me completely. And what happened? I shut the mouths of the lions, and Daniel emerged unharmed. This story shows us that faith is not just for the easy times, but for the most challenging moments of our lives. When you face your own lion's den, whether it's a difficult diagnosis, a broken relationship, or a seemingly impossible situation, remember Daniel's faith. Remember that I am the same God who protected Daniel, and I will protect you too. Your faith, my beloved, is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to exercise your faith, to lean on me more fully, to trust in my promises more deeply. There may be times when your faith feels weak, times when the storms of life seem too strong and you feel like you're sinking like Peter did. In those moments, don't be discouraged. Even a small amount of faith is powerful. Remember what I said in the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. A mustard seed is tiny, but when planted, it grows into a large tree. In the same way, even a small act of faith can grow into something powerful and life-changing. So don't despise the days of small beginnings. Nurture your faith, no matter how small it may seem, and watch it grow. Remember, my children, that faith is not the absence of doubt or fear. It's the choice to trust me despite those doubts and fears. Even the greatest heroes of faith had moments of weakness. Abraham doubted my promise. Moses felt inadequate for the task I gave him. David struggled with guilt and fear. Yet they all chose to trust me, and I used them in mighty ways. Your faith doesn't have to be perfect to be your defense. It just needs to be real, a genuine trust in me and my love for you. I see your heart, and I honor your faith, no matter how small or imperfect it may seem to you. As you go through your day, I want you to remember this. You are never alone. I am always with you, ready to strengthen and defend you. Your faith connects you to my power, my love, and my protection. It's a lifeline that will sustain you through every storm, every challenge, every moment of doubt. Let your faith be your compass, guiding you through the uncertainties of life. Let it be your anchor, keeping you steady when the waves of life threaten to overwhelm you. Let it be your shield, protecting you from the arrows of fear, doubt, and despair. My beloved, I want you to know that I see your struggles. I see the battles you fight, both internally and externally. I see the times when you feel weak, when your faith wavers, when you're not sure you can go on. In those moments, lean on me. Draw strength from my love for you. Remember that my power is made perfect in your weakness, as I said through Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. Your faith is not just about believing in me. It's about experiencing my love, my power, and my presence in your life. It's about living each day with the confidence that comes from knowing you are my beloved child, and that nothing can separate you from my love. As we come to the end of this message, I want to leave you with a challenge. This week, I want you to actively exercise your faith. Look for opportunities to trust me more fully. When you face a difficult situation, instead of relying solely on your own strength, pause and invite me into the situation. Pray for my guidance, lean on my strength, and watch how I work in your life. Remember, your faith is your greatest defense, not because of its own power, but because of who it connects you to. Me, the Almighty God, the Creator of the universe, your loving Father. If this message has touched your heart, if you're ready to make your faith your strongest defense, I invite you to make a commitment right now. In the comments below, write, "Lord, strengthen my faith." Let this be the beginning of a new chapter in your walk with me, a chapter marked by unwavering faith and trust in my love and power. My beloved children, never forget that I love you with an everlasting love. Your faith in me is precious, and I will honor it. Trust in me with all your heart, and watch as I make a way where there seems to be no way. May your faith grow stronger each day, becoming an unshakable defense against all that life may bring. Remember, I am always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you unconditionally. Go forth with confidence, my children, knowing that your faith in me is truly your greatest defense.